and welcome to another step forward in a little makeup time travel to the 1980s. Please just use the foundation, concealer, powder, and colors you usually apply in your makeup routine and that match your type. You don't need any special tools or products for this look. Suggestions for colors, though, are as always in the description box. The 1980s rang in the globalization. Women were now climbing the job ladder, and also the entertainment industry picked up on that. The often mentioned thick makeup and big hair of that decade still pops up in our minds when we talk about the 80s. Movies like Working Girl with Melanie Griffith and Sigourney Weaver are a great example of that. Although there wasn't everything screechy makeup, headbands, and over-the-top looks. As in every decade, people had different styles and preferences. So the 80s could just as well be classy and sophisticated. As you can see, I apply a foundation a bit lighter than my skin tone and a powder that matches my complexion, pretty much as I do nowadays. On the movable lid, I apply a soft matte eyeshadow and taupe for the daytime look. There is no need for crazy colors here. Many women would wear even nude tones. I'm going to use a brown matte eyeshadow and color the eye crease only to the center, not further toward the inner corner of the eye. Then I draw the line halfway down to the movable lid in a triangle shape. Everything is supposed to be soft, so I'm blending the color until there are no harsh lines anymore. I'm blending it up toward the eyebrows and then use a bit of warm pink tone to blend and connect the colors from the eye crease up to the brows. If you are a cooler type, you will look great with using gray tones as a base and a blue-based soft pink. I'm using a pencil in a dark brown tone as an eyeliner. Cooler types can go for a pencil in gray. I'm drawing the lower lid line and go right between the lashes with the pencil. I apply the color without any wing, but soft yet noticeable. Finally, I'm feathering the lines with a small brush so that it looks soft and blended. The eyebrows were now absolutely wild and natural, in many cases not plucked in the slightest. If so, they were only corrected a little, sometimes darkened, but not shaped to perfection at all. So I'm correcting my plucked eyebrows to an 80s ideal and make little strokes with a brow pencil to create an impression of wildly grown hair. I use a pencil and taupe. For darker hair, go for a brown one. As a finish, I soften the strokes with a brow brush. Then I'm correcting my nose a little with some matte brown eyeshadow from the top of my brows down to the nasal wings. Mascara and bright colors such as blue or purple were popular in the 80s, yet absolutely no must. I'm using a natural brown tone here. contouring my face with a matte light brown powder blush and emphasize the cheekbones by applying the color thin and diagonal. Then I give a bit of pink powder blush on the apples of the cheeks and blend it in so that it as well looks soft and muted. Lipsticks came in all kinds of shades. Bold pinks and violets were the latest craze, and a shiny glossy look was as well still popular. I don't use a lip liner now, just a lip brush to apply a blue-based pink tone before I give a little bit of pink gloss as a finish on top. I'm starting the evening look with a pink eyeshadow on the movable lid. Then I contour the eye crease in a sparkling purple shade. Purple tones and lilac will look great on green and brown eyes. Again, I draw the lines in a triangle-shaped form and blend the color in very well. Then I give a bit of sparkly highlighter in a cool tone underneath the brows, and on top some pink eyeshadow right at the outer corners of the eyes. I blend it up toward the upper lid and make again sure that everything looks soft and blended. You may already have noticed soft is the word here for the wearable 80s look. And I dab a bit of highlighter on a tiny spot on the movable lid. I'm adding a bit of the same dark purple eyeshadow on the lower lids with a Q-tip to make sure that it blends in well. Then I use a black pencil to contour the lash line on the top and on the bottom. again I'm creating undefined wild eyebrows, this time with a brown pencil. And now I'm going for a black mascara. A memorable type of this decade was the yuppie. He was for the 80s what the Flower Child was for the 60s and early 70s, a TV series that had influenced my early desire to wear about 3 tons of makeup and shower and hairspray was Dynasty with Joan Collins and Linda Evans. Now I'm using a powder blush in a clear red, and I contour my cheekbones a bit more dramatic than in the daytime look, before I blend in a pink tone on the apples of the cheeks. I'm contouring my lips with a liner in the muted red. Then I apply an as well muted berry shade of lipstick and again finish the look with a bit of pinky gloss on top. Cable service was on the rise, and now people could watch TV series like Dallas, Married with Children, Alf, or the news shows on MTV, which aired for the first time on August 1, 1981. Japan is starting to sell the first CD players, and the iconic Route 66 is removed from the highway system in the United States in 1985. And one big headline was that the wreck of the Titanic is discovered 370 miles, around 600 kilometers south-southeast of the coast of Newfoundland. In 1989, the Berlin Wall is torn down, and my family and I would watch this historic event on TV in Western Germany while I was the proud owner of my first Nintendo Game Boy. The 1990s are around the corner, so stay tuned for the final episode in our makeup time travel. Thank you for watching.